Member, Ms. Taravikis, distinguished panelists, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I am very pleased to welcome you here today and thank you for your interest and commitment in advancing women's economic empowerment and entrepreneurship in Fiji. As our panelists will no doubt shortly elaborate, women's economic empowerment is a prerequisite for the realization of human rights, sustainable development goals, and achievement of gender equality. On that note, I would like to reflect and highlight that empowerment has often been regarded as a destination that can be reached like developing a highway, fast-track programs which can be rolled out over any terrain. But what if we instead look at it as a journey along winding pathways full of twists and turns, which may sometimes circle back on themselves, lead unexpectedly into deserts or even thick forests? To me, reflecting on and looking at empowerment in this way urges us to pay more attention to what can be learned from the everyday experiences of those whom development and initiatives seek to empower, and to the pathways of empowerment that women are already taking for themselves. I shall stress that our goal here is to make those pathways visible and to learn from women's lived experiences, a pathway that is rooted in the perspectives of women and aims to learn from their daily struggles to make money, to navigate abusive relationships, to protect and care for their children and families, and to influence the decisions, social norms, and institutions that affect and restrict their lives. Last night, I got to meet 4 amazing women, dairy farmers from Nagtasiri. They told me their story about starting their daily routine no later than 4 a.m. each day. And it's not only about milking cows. It's about making school lunches, making breakfast, and sending those children to school. So when we talk about women's economic empowerment, it must always walk hand in hand with initiatives and thoughts and targets at women's roles in the unpaid care economy. I'm pleased to share that the Catalyzing Women's Entrepreneurship, the project aims to ensure that women entrepreneurs have a real and fair chance at success. It intends to deploy a multi-pronged approach which is guided by a gender transformative vision to ensure an enabling environment for women to build and grow their businesses, improved access to financial services, as well as increased use of ICT tools and innovative technology in their business operations. I'd like to underscore that the gender transformative approach to financial inclusion focuses on increasing access to appropriate financial services for women, while also challenging gender inequalities in power relations, social-cultural norms, and regulatory frameworks. Besides empowering women with better choices and resources, gender transformative financial inclusion aims to make positive changes in the relationships between women and financial institutions and within households, support networks, markets, and communities. This involves a holistic assessment of the entrepreneurial ecosystem, the business environment, to identify how inequalities are embedded in the local context, impeding women from improving their livelihoods. Moreover, looking beyond simply the gaps in services and products available to women, and to focus on the formal and informal rules, norms, structure the power relations between women, men, institutions in that environment. Within this framework, the Catalyzing Women's Entrepreneurship project will galvanize support for scaling up investments towards closing gender gaps in economic participation and unleashing Fijian women's creative potential through collaboration and coordination amongst government, the private sector, banks, women entrepreneurs, technology providers, and innovators. National consultation is the beginning of this journey. Our discussion today and close collaboration in the months ahead can lead the way to greater commitments and action. There are many challenges to women's entrepreneurship, but also many successes. And there has never been a more important time to make a concerted push for women entrepreneurs like now. I'm looking forward to a fruitful and constructive policy dialogue, capacity building, inspiring ideas, and networking across the private and public sectors and all relevant stakeholders here today, with a gender transformative approach at the heart of it, to foster and accelerate women's entrepreneurship in Fiji. And with these words, I have much pleasure to now officially open the National Consultation on Enabling Environment for Women's Entrepreneurship. Thank you.